Very good evening to you with the Wednesday edition of Sports Night. I'm Damien Best. Well, the Windies have suffered a major blow ahead of their next assignment. A shoulder injury has forced West Indies captain Jason Holder out of the Test series against Bangladesh starting next Wednesday in Chittagong. Holder has been the top all-rounder for the Windies in the Test format, consistently getting among the wickets and also scoring valuable runs in the middle to lower order. In his absence, Vice-Captain Craig Bathwaite will lead the 15-man squad, which was announced today. The full team sees the return of all-rounder Raymond Reifer, who is the only change to the party which toured India recently. That squad, Craig Bathwaite captain, Sunil Ambrice, Devendra Bishu, Roston Chase, Shane Dorrich, Shannon Gabriel, Jamar Hamilton, Shimron Hetmar, Shea Hope, Sherman Lewis, Kemo Paul, Kieran Powell, Raymond Reifer, Kemar Roach and Jamel Warrican. Well, the Windies are off to a good start in their second Group A match in the ICC Women's T20 World Cup. After losing the toss and asked to bat at the Darren Sammy Stadium in St. Lucia, Windies women are 3 without loss after the first over against South Africa. Both teams are on 2 points after winning their only match before tonight. The winner will take the lead, overtaking England and Sri Lanka women, who both have 4 points after a win and a no decision. The action is currently live on MCTV's ESPN channel. Samuel Jackman Prescott Institute of Technology are into the semi-finals of the Mass United Schools knockout basketball competition. They made light work of Christchurch Foundation when the two teams met in a virtual qualifier last evening. Playing at Clapham, SJPI ran circles around Foundation to come with the 35-point victory. Knockout action, Samuel Jackman Prescott Institute of Technology in blue playing Christchurch Foundation. Foundation had a tough time in this one, trailing by 23 points at halftime. Jalon Batson bucket and the foul. Miguel Gibson was solid at both ends of the court as well. The steal, foot race to the cup, put back off his own miss, contributed 12 points. Foundation with a drought in the points column. This mid-range jumper from Derek Clark, welcome news, wishing for many more. But the Foundation defense simply had no answer for the Institute. Batson dish to Valdez Brathwaite, floater in the lane, game high 14 points. SJPI 30, Foundation 7 after 2 quarters. Second half now, change of ends and perhaps fortunes for Foundation. Kamar Yard finds his spot, nothing but net. However, getting everybody on board was a difficult concept, coughing up possession here, and Rashid Maynard gets a head start on the pass, cleans up the miss, add 2. Maynard clearly understood that sharing is caring. It's the kind of stuff you only see in practice. Long story short, Christchurch Foundation were humbled by SJPI 53-18 at the final whistle. Well, defending champions Bailey's Primary stormed into the quarterfinals of the Guardian Group Herman Griffith Primary School's cricket competition today when they defeated Ignatius Bar by 109 runs. Playing at Briar Hall, Bailey's weren't their normal dominant self in the batting department, but were still able to post 137 for 8 in their 25 overs. CBC's Akeem Klinkett reports on the innings.
Bailey's put into bat and we pick up the action at the halfway stage as Darren Hayward swings but misses. He is bowled for 14 by Rajay Gittins. Bailey's are 61 for 3. 14 runs later, it was 75 for 4. The skipper Ronaldo Bourne bowled as well by Gittins. Bourne contributing 4 to the tally. The defending champions are in some trouble. Gittins on a roll. Sargent the top scorer so far in the innings, out LBW for 25. Gittins picking up his third. Bailey's are 76 for 5. The pitch wasn't the easiest to scorn, but Bailey's showed they were still capable of putting runs on the board, keeping it ticking over with 1s and 2s. But it will be their downfall at times. Javonte Norville pushing for 2 and is run up for 1, 94 for 6. Baileys were also given some help by Ignatius Bayer. Shamar Bell dropped that square leg and he scampers through for a single to bring up Baileys' 100. Extras also helping their cause. Ignatius Bayer bowlers not as accurate as they should be, and Baileys squeezed every run they could. However, Baileys would lose their 7th wicket with the score on 130. A Kobe Bayer is bowled for a vital 20 by Julian Corbin. Make it 131 for 8. Another run out. Suicide run by Bell, and he's gone for 13. And the final delivery would also bring another wicket. Jaden Chase also goes via the run-out route as they finish on 137 for 9 off their allotted 25 overs. Akeem Klinkett, CBC Sports.
Thanks, Akeem. In reply, Baileys steamrolled Ignatius Bayer for just 28 to win by 109 runs. Jaden Chase finished with 3 for 9, while Shea Thorne took 2 for 0. Quick cricket update for you. West Indies 22 for 2 after 4 overs. Continuing now, well, the semi-finalists of the Barbados Secondary Schools Netball League Under-19 competition have been decided after the quarterfinals were completed yesterday. CBC's Kamal Haynes reports.
First matchup, St. Michael in the blue leading 6-1 in the first quarter against Harrison College. And goal attack Vivica Adamson converts from long range to extend the lead. St. Michael were on top of things with Adamson netting 18 from 25. Here she sinks another as SMS lead 10-1 at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter action, and HC's goal attack Stacey Ann Callender finds the net to reduce her size deficit by 1. But St. Michael's continue to distance themselves from College. Goal shooter Tower Lord joins in the action as she tried and tried again and eventually found the net on her third attempt, ending with a game high 20 from 22 as St. Michael led 15-3 going into the half. Third quarter, and there simply was no stopping the girls from Martindale's Road, who kept on pulling away from College. They would go on to take the game by a 20-goal margin, defeating HC 36-26 to advance to the semis. Now to the game between Foundation in the yellow and the Lodge. This one was similar to that of the first, with the touch of goal shooter Chiara Chase. Chase, who had a game high 22 from 29, was the go-to gal for Foundation, here converting once more. The Lodge were fighting on in the first quarter, keeping close to Foundation to trail by 3, 4-7. But Foundation shifted into overdrive, and by the fourth quarter had more than quadrupled their lead, 23-9. Here goal attack Brianna Holder nets 1 of her 15 from 25. Foundation would go on to win by a massive 26 goals, defeating the Lodge 39-13. Quarterfinal number 3, Springer in the blue versus Graydon Sealy. This match was a contrast to the previous two, with both teams evenly poised. Here goal shooter Trinity Gibson nets for Graydon Sealy. Springer in no time were quick to respond, finding goal attack Tricia Phillips, confident in her shot and executing well. Goal shooter Jada Smith joined in to give her side that extra boost as Springer led 6-4 at the end of the first. The second and third quarter saw Springer maintaining a 2-goal lead, 14-12 at one stage, then later at 20-18, and all was left to battle for in this fourth. Graydon Sealy withstood the challenge and gained the lead thanks to goal attack Shanika Griffith, who netted 18 from 22. But Smith was quick to level the contest with one of her game-high 23 goals from 29 attempts. And within a blink of an eye, Smith had given Springer the lead once more. Graydon Sealy fought to the very end to lock the game at 27-all, Griffith doing the job. But with only seconds left on the clock, Smith fittingly converted the winner, giving Springer the 28-27 victory to advance to the semis. Now to the last game between Leicester Vaughan in the Green Bids and Queen's College. We start in the second quarter, QC trailing 3-10. A goal attack Rashan Hunt adds 1 to help with the deficit. Leicester Vaughan's goal attack Emisha Barrow responded for her side. Her left-handed shot is good. Barrow played a big role for the Keane Garden girls with an 11 from 18. And when it wasn't Barrow, it was goal shooter Denisha Davis who had an almost perfect record of 10 from 11 as Leicester Vaughan entered the half leading 16-11. We skip to the fourth quarter, Leicester Vaughan leading by 8, but QC with the help of goal shooter Liana Leacock managed to chop that deficit in half, netting on her second attempt. Leacock, who made 17 from 22, gave Queen's College some hope as the side managed 11 goals in this quarter to Leicester Vaughan's 5. However, Leicester Vaughan held on to win by a 2-goal margin, defeating QC 27-25 to book their spot in the semi-final. Kamal Haynes, CBC Sports.
Thanks, Kamal. Back to some cricket news. Wesley Hall are also through to the semi-finals of the final 8 of the primary schools cricket competition, defeating Bay Primary by 10 wickets at Lairs today. Wesley Hall were asked to field first and made use of the sticky wicket, restricting Bay Primary for 61 in 14.5 overs. Nathan Otley was outstanding for Wesley Hall, taking 5 for 20 when Azari Sandiford picked up 4 for 12. CBC's Akeem Plinkett reports.
Bay Primary winning the toss and electing to bat, and they were in early trouble losing their first wicket in the first over. They also would lose their second wicket in quick succession as Jason Nurse is caught at deep square leg by Nazari Sandiford for 5. 12 for 2 is the score now. Make it 14 for 3 as Tremaine Innes is trapped leg before wicket by Nathan Otley for 2. Bay Primary in more trouble. Sandiford on target, swing bridge as he produces an outswinger that bowls Michael Moore for 1. Bay Primary are 22 for 4 at this point. Theory Griffith, the new batsman, gets a life, but it brings some much needed runs. The drop catch provides a boundary. But Griffith on 7 had his stay cut short. Bay Primary playing a game of tip me 2, and they will pay for it. Malik Amy provides the run out to move Bay Primary to 35 for 5. Sandiford, after a short rest, was brought back from the northern end and had immediate success. He burst through Donico O'Brien's defense for 1. 44 for 6 is the score. Make it 46 for 7. Sandiford on target again. Mark Holder the batsman, and he's dismissed for a duck. 2 runs later it became 48 for 8. Otley the bowler this time, collecting his 4th. Zion Jackson the victim. He contributed 6 to Bay Primary's total. Otley collecting his 5-wicket haul soon after. Leg cutter leaves Joshua Marshall undone for a duck. Bay Primary 58 for 9. And Sandiford would apply the finishing touches, bang on Travon Watt's pads. Bay Primary all up for 61. Otley finishing with figures of 5 for 20. And Sandiford with 4 for 12. Akeem Plinkett, CBC Sports.
In reply, Wesley Hall raced to the target, scoring 62 without loss in 10.4. Clifton Mears led the way with 15 not out. And in the other game played at Dash Valley, Eden Lodge defeated St. Jude's by 138 runs. Scores there, Eden Lodge 173 for 4 off 25 overs, with Antone Darlington top scoring with 78. St. Jude's 35 all out in 11.3. Darlington with a fine all-round performance, taking 4 for 0. Well, Pakistan women collected their first victory of the ICC Women's T20 World Cup last night when they defeated Ireland by 28 runs. Playing at Providence, Pakistan batted first and posted 139 for 6 from their 20 overs. In reply, Ireland were only able to score 101 for 9 in their 20. Meanwhile, in the ongoing game in St. Lucia, the Windies are in a bit of trouble against South Africa, as there were moments ago 22 for 3 after 4 overs. Haley Matthews gone for 8, skipper Stephanie Taylor a 1-ball duck, and DeAndre Doughton for 12.